Welcome back once again to another amazing adventure in game development. This is Building Stuff with MabusGames. What's going on, everybody? How are you? Get to work, man. Alright, so I've got everything broken down into several different levels. If I've got... Yeah, okay, the lights ended up going into 17 different levels. Which is fine. That's exactly how I wanted to make it happen. And that took our draw call straight the hell down. It was kind of awesome. So today, what I think I want to do is blueprint the doors. So let's go ahead and find a tutorial for that. First things first, I want to go into the house kit. There's the house kit. Meshes. Down around here somewhere, right-click, Blueprint Class, Actor. And we're going to jump into here. As soon as it wants to open, are you going to open? Or are you, like, frozen on me? What are you doing? What's going on? Are you opening? Can I do anything? Can I move around? No? There we go. Alright. Cool. So now what I'm going to have to do is first we're going to grab our door hinge. Drag that in. Door left, drag that in, door right, drag that in. Okay. So now we've got our three pieces that we need for this door. And we'll show up right in there. Good, 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 good. Start with this guy. Actually, we'll start with this guy. And slide him into position. Let me look at this from the top. And I want that to go right there. Grab this guy, same deal. That to go right there. Now let's look over here. And I can see that there is a little bit of overlap. Means one of these didn't go far enough. Gonna guess this one. Now, that looks like it should do it. Look at this from perspective. Doesn't look like I've got anything overlapping. Alright, that's good. So next, I know I will need a volume. File. Save. Wow. Probably help if I could spell it. Volumetric cloud. Okay. Trigger. Okay. That's not it. Well, what is it that I need? Box collision? No. Did they change it? UI. Platform scene. What? Platform events? Hmm. Okay, simulation. The script. Alright, and at this point we are stuck, so let's go and look for a tutorial. Let's see
What's
what
up
we got
guys,
here.
welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial, and today I'm going to show you on how to interact with a door, how to open it and close it. It's going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we are going to do is basically create a new blueprint. You can do it basically in any folder. I'm just going to go into just a random folder, for example. I'm just going to go like in the third person folder, doesn't matter. And just go ahead and right click and say blueprint class. So basically we're gonna make it of type actor because it's basically just gonna be placed in the world and that's it. So let's select
yes,
it,
it's
and then
adorable,
we're gonna name
huh?
it BP door, or you know, however you wanna call it. But anyway, so now let's go ahead and open it, and just put it over here in the tab, and okay. So now let's add our you know, just door model. Of course you can use your own door model, but anyway. So basically I'm just gonna search for static mesh, and I'm just gonna call this door. So now in here in the static mesh section, I can use search for door, and we have some different doors. In my case, I can just choose the first one. If you imported it with the starter content in Unreal Engine, which I think is used by default, you will also have this model. And if not, like I said, you can use
probably
I mean, you can even use like a cube or a plane or your own model. But anyway, here it is, our door. Now to make it look a bit nicer, I'm just going to duplicate this one and then say to outdoor door out, and then I'm just going to search for door and place
I'll
door
turn your
frame.
knob, daddy.
Now we may need to move a bit the door frame and to be in the position where the door is at or whatever. You can tune it later if you want. Let's go ahead and now compile and save. So now we can go into the event graph, and basically we can now go ahead and just delete all of this. Alright, so now what we can do is search for a custom event and just call this open door. So we will call this whenever we actually want to open the door, of course. So what we're going to do is simple. I'm just gonna get the door and just drag it on here. And what we're going to do is set relative rotation here.
Alright, let's go ahead and get all that done. Event graph, delete all this shit. Custom event. Door open. Door right hinge. Relative rotation. Set relative rotation. Door right hinged. Oh, okay. Fine. Delete that one. And let's see if this will work. Left hinged, or right hinged. All right.
Here we go. So basically this will allow us to set a rotation. But of course, we can just go here and find the axis, which will be like this. So basically in the Z axis it will be. So we could just, go ahead and put like 90 degrees and it will open. But of course, they will just snap it. And we want to have a nice animation so it can transition from one place to another. So let's leave that at 0. And what we're going to create is basically a timeline. So just search for timeline. We have add timeline and you say open door, yes, or door timeline, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Okay. What? No, don't do that. Add timeline. Door open. And hey, look at that, an animation timeline. Yeah, I know, right?
And then in here, just plug it from play from start, and then we are going to go here and just plug this into the update. Alright, so now we can go ahead and double click the timeline and we'll open this. So now we can just add a new track, which will be from a float, because we want to set basically a number so we can transition between the first rotation and...
Let's see if this works. Nice. Okay.
And the second one. And here I'm just gonna say door load. I mean, doesn't really matter. And then just search for timeline. We have add timeline and you say open door yes, or door timeline, or whatever you want to call it, right? And then in here just plug it from play from start, and then we are going to go here and just plug this into the update. Alright, so now we can go ahead and double click the timeline and we'll open this. So now we can just add a new track, which will be from a float, because we want to set basically a number so we can transition between the first rotation and the second one. And here I'm just gonna say door load. I mean, doesn't really matter. And then the length, how much time do we... So just search for timeline. We have add timeline and you say open door yes, or door timeline, or whatever you want to call it, right? And then in here just plug it from play from start, and then we are going to go here and just plug this into the update. Alright, so now we can go ahead and double click the timeline and we'll open this. So now we can just add a new track, which will be from a float, because we want to set basically a number so we can transition between the first rotation and the second one. And here I'm just gonna say door load. I mean, doesn't really matter. And then the length, how much time do we want the transition to be? In my case, I'm gonna put something as 0.7. You're gonna see that actually it's gonna look very, very good. So just right click and you say add a key, and then on here in time I'm just gonna be 0 and the value 0. And then in here I'm gonna add another key, and this time it's gonna be on 0.7 as it will finish, and the value will be 1. Now we hit this 2, it will basically fit along the viewport. So now we can go back into the event graph and you can see that we have successfully gotten our output. So now what we can do is drag this and say lerp, and you can see that basically now we can transition from two things. Now the A, actually, the door float, sorry, needs to go into the alpha because that's what will transition from one to another. So basically on 0, it's gonna be our, close rotation, and on B, we're gonna set it to 90 degrees because it's how we're gonna open it. And as this value increases, it's gonna transition from A to B. So now what we have to do is apply this. But of course, we only want to affect the set. So what we can do is just right click in here and say split struct pin one place to another. So let's leave that at 0. And what we're going to create is basically a timeline. So just search for timeline, we have add timeline, and you say open door door timeline, or whatever you want to call it, right? And then in here just plug it from play from start, and then we are going to go here and just plug this into the update. Alright, so now we can go ahead and double click the timeline and we'll open this. So now we can just add a new track, which will be from a float, because we want to set basically a number so we can transition between the first rotation and the second one. And here I'm just gonna say door float, doesn't really matter, and then the length, how much time do we want the transition to be. In my case, I'm gonna put something as 0.7. You're gonna see that actually it's gonna look very, very good. So just right click and you say add a key, and then on here in time, I'm just gonna be 0 and the value 0. And then in here, I'm gonna add another key, and this time it's gonna be on 0.7 as it will finish, and the value will be 1. Now we hit this 2, it will basically fit along the viewport. So now we can go back into the event graph, and you can see that we have successfully gotten our output. So now what we can do is drag this and say lerp, and you can see that basically now we can transition from two things. Now the A, actually the door float, sorry, needs to go into the alpha because that's what will transition from one to another. So basically on 0, it's gonna be our close rotation, and on B, we're gonna set it to 90 degrees because it's how we're gonna open it. And as this value increases, it's gonna transition from A to B. So now what we have to do is apply this. But of course, we only want to affect the set. So what we can do is just right click in here and say split struct pin, and then we can get individually every axis. So now we just want to go and find to the Z. And now with that, we can just compile and save. But now of course we have to go into the alpha because 0.7 as it will finish, and the value will be 1. Now we hit this 2, it will basically fit along the viewport. So now we can go back into the event graph, and you can see that we have successfully gotten our output. So now what we can do is drag this and say lerp, and you can see that basically now we can transition from two things. Now the A, actually the door float, sorry, needs to go into the alpha because that's what will transition from one to another. So basically on 0, it's gonna be our close rotation, and on B, we're gonna set it to 90 degrees because it's how we're gonna open it. And as this value increases, it's gonna transition from A to B. So now what we have to do is apply this. But of course, we only want to affect the set. So what we can do is just right click in here and say split struct pin, and then we can get individually every axis. So now we just want to go and find to the Z. And now with that, we can just compile and save. Door float, doesn't really matter. And then the length, how much time do we want the transition to be. In my case, I'm gonna put something as 0.7. You're gonna see that actually it's gonna look very, very good. So just right click and you say add a key, and then on here in time, I'm just gonna be 0 and the value 0. And then in here, I'm gonna add another key, and this time it's gonna be on 0.7 as it will finish, and the value will be 1. Now we hit this 2, it will basically fit along the viewport. So now we can go back into the event graph, and you can see that we have successfully gotten our output. So now what we can do is drag this and say lerp, and you can see that basically now we can transition from two things. Now the A, actually the door float, sorry, needs to go into the alpha because that's what will transition from one to another. So basically on 0, it's gonna be our close rotation, and on B, we're gonna set it to 90 degrees because it's how we're gonna open it. And as this value increases, it's gonna transition from A to B. So now what we have to do is apply this. But of course, we only want to affect the set. So what we can do is just right click in here and say split struct pin, and then we can get individually every axis. So now we just want to go and find to the Z. And now with that, we can just compile and save. But now of course we have to call this function, well, this event, from the player when we want to open it. So let's go ahead and just open the third person blueprint character, or whatever third person character you're using. So I'm just gonna find a cool spot, all right? And then what we're going to do is just when we hit E, so just type E key or whatever, and then just find the E. I want to just create a line trace. So just go ahead and say line trace by channel. This will create an invisible line which will detect all the objects that we have in front of us. So the starting point will go from our camera. So we can just go and find our camera here and then get.
Alright, this is not how I want to do this.
Location, and plug that in here. And then at the end, what I want to do is here get the forward vector, and then basically we need to time set by a value. So basically we can set the length on here. So we can just right click, convert pin into a float, and we can set just a number, and for example be 300. You can tune this in as you want, but anyway, and then just drag this, say add, and we are basically gonna just move this one down and then add the world location on here, and then just that will pin into the end. The trace channel is gonna be in invisibility and everything like that. And then what we're going to do is just search this for duration, and this will basically appear just for 1 second, let's say. So we can see the preview of the line just for 1 second.
I just want to touch a box and make it open automatically.
Result, and basically what we can
I
do
don't have to pull out
is
fucking
a
keys.
thing. But first of all, let's go back into our door blueprint, and what we're going to do is just select on the top here the parent, and this in here we can search for tag, and then we're gonna add a tag, and let's name it door. There we go, compile and save. Go back into our third person character blueprint, and then hit actor. What I'm gonna say is has tag. So basically this will allow us to just interact with actually the door. So we cannot interact by mistake with other things that we collide. And then I'm just gonna say branch. So basically if this is true, the object that we collided has the tag door, basically it's a door.
Alright, we're gonna pause that for right now. I'm going to look for another one. Not in a new tab. And I want this to do... How are you going to do this?
Hello, this is Brian
Hagmeans,
Director of Game Design here at High Point University. Shooter template. One thing that I'm...
That is a no-go, Ghost Rider.
What's up, guys? Welcome to new Unreal.
Alright, how are you doing this?
Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is going back to some of the basics of Unreal Engine 4, but obviously doing it now inside of Unreal Engine 5. And today's video is going to be how to open and close a door inside of Unreal Engine 5. And the way I'm doing it today is also going to be very efficient and very customizable. So let me hit play and show you what I'm going to make today. So we can go over here to this door, press E, and this one is going to take 5 seconds to open, I believe it was.
Do not want to press E.
And I'll press E to close it again after obviously walking through if I wanted. And the same with this.
And that's UE4. Yeah, I don't want that. Also, yeah, let's save. And let's smoke. Make a collision box in your blueprint plus box collision. assume that would go here, there. That's what I'm looking for, JoviX. Need to attend the Discord more often. Yeah, right. You're not wrong. This one's right up in the middle of the door. Scale it up. Go. Let's go more often. That's collision. Alright. Now we use this to fire off that. No, that's not it. That'll go into there. What are you telling me? Click the box. Then on right hand side, all the events. On component begin overlap. That should go there. Now, the only question here is, will this work? Compile, save. Okay, so the one works. Now we got to do the other. Actually, I think I need two timelines because this one needs to open the opposite direction. No? Just add another track. Oops. You fucker, where's my ease in out? Okay. Now we go to the event graph. Track 2. Warp. This down to alpha. This at -90. Break that. Split struck pin. And value B. File. Save. Report. Play. Well, that didn't fucking work. Yeah, the curve editor is pretty shitty. Encounter manual alert mode. Have to update. Ah, it's not letting me do that. Okay. Boom. There we go. Got it. Now, that works for if I'm going that way. But when I'm going the other way, I want it to open the other way. I built this door so it can go the other way. So Ah, I got it. So what I'll do here is I'll scale this down. Grab this over here. Scale it down a little bit more. Then I'll go into the timeline, or the event graph. Add a delay. 1 second. Reverse from end. Running through. Make it 2 seconds. Over the player, the door to determine which side. Well, in that case, it doesn't matter, does it? Fuck 'em, it'll be fine. Let's just delete the delay. Reverse from the end. That'll be fine. Go back to the viewport. I don't need it to open up both ways. Back to you. And back to you. All right. Now, where'd that blueprint go? Door underscore BP. Okay. Unlit. Moment of truth. Delete that. Perfect. Save all. Lit. Now let's just see if it works. There we go. And then, nice. All right, cool. So it does work. Let's go back to unlit mode. 2 collision boxes for each side. I'm trying to go that fucking hard, man. It's gonna be a nice, easy thing. After this, like, I'm only hoping that this will open with a camera. I can do a sequencer thing. So hopefully a camera will cause that to trigger. Yeah, it's fine to me too. It's not that big of a deal. And that thing is out of the way. They're both out of the way. Alright, we're good. Alright. Get rid of these. Delete. That's fine right there. Same thing here. I'm actually going to reverse this one. Alright, that should be fine. And what's going on, Shadow? I forgot to say hello. Shadow! I forgot to say hi! Alright, so now that is done. So next, that took a lot less time than I thought it was going to take. Next, some level stream volumes. There we go. FPR MMO features, yeah, I know, right? Anyone else playing the lotto tonight? Nah. I never play the lotto. It's always a bad time. Okay. Winner! Goddamn right. One guy. The fuck did I do this? Work away, my dude. How do I make you? 1, stream volumes. I wound up adding some arrays to this, or adding some elements to the array. Okay, let's see if that does what we want it to do. File, save all. Slide these guys over here. Well, that was a bad idea. Oh. What? You're going the wrong way! Plant our asses firmly on the fucking ground. Alright, good. Fantastic. So next, we got another level streaming volume. How do we do this guy? First, we can make it smaller. Then I'll put it here. So I can make it even smaller than that. All the way out to here. Oh, right about there. What's going on, Gru? Oh, okay. Well, the 2 lights. And volume 2. Back to this guy. Sweet. And volume 2. Gru, thank you for them bits. Watch the video. Hang on, Gru. We're doing amazing things here.
Don't forget to ring the town.
What is this? Ah! Has a line about your new toy.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
Walk into my house like, what up? I got some good pop. I'm just pumped up, got some herb from the pot shop. Ice in my fridge, it used to be frosty. My friends like, damn, that's a stone ass donkey. Rolling in hella high, looking like it's FIFA time. Dominating all my friends as I eat some chili fries. Draped in a snuggie with my girl sitting next to me. Probably shouldn't have had a big gulp full of iced tea. But shit, it was 99 cents. I'll be blazing and smoking, about to go and get some munchies next. Passing up on those cracker jacks, Reese's Pieces of where it's. I gotta get me some soda pop. Cotton mouth has been creeping up, but can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take your grandpa's ride. No, for real. Ask your grandpa, can I take a 65 to Ville cruising to my local Publix? Nothing better than rolling with two super fly chicks. They have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some Ben and Jerry's, and then I bought some Cheetos. Hello, my main man Obama. A couple states have just reformed their laws on marijuana. What you gonna do? Send the feds there? Hell no. The DEAs would be like, oh, they got volcanoes.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
Back. Wah. Fair. Perspective. Alright, let's see where this goes through. It'll already be on for there. This one can actually get a little smaller. Actually, just move it out to here. I'm standing up here. I can't necessarily see level 1. The only place I could possibly see it would be from here, and only briefly. Let's give it a go. And that's only going to last until here. Thank you for them 100 biddies. We're gonna break something? What, the record? The Mabus? Are you trying to break the Mabus? Alright, now which level what to do with my levels layer? Dead ant. I think that's level 6 maybe? 4, 3, 7, 8, 9. What fucking level are you? Six. Okay. So level 6. Stream volume 2. Oh, this is all still level 1 lights. That alters things. It doesn't matter because level 2 is controlling 1 and okay. That's fine. Level 2 lights stay on there. Guru, I appreciate the 100 biddies, man. Thank you very much. But now I need to add more smoke. My weed is empty, man. It's not okay. It's not okay. that might have been a little much on the nug. There we go. Shit. My coffee's gone. This is bullshit. I need more coffee, folks. More coffee. I shall return. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to comment on any one of these possible scenarios which could be occurring right now that may explain why MabusGames is not sitting in front of you now. MabusGames will be right back. And I'm back! Alright. Now, I need another streaming volume. Fuck are you guys? There you are. Coffee. Cancel. Cancel. Distant level. Up. Alright, streaming volume level 3. And this will handle Thank you. Jesus. In volume 3. Streaming volume 3. Streaming volume 3. Let me see which one is which. Streaming volume 3. I'm probably taking a pee. Yes, we're gonna pee a lot. What level are you? 7. And volume 3. What level's up here? 4. Streaming volume 3. Alright, let's see how that sits. Save all. Let these guys over here. Okay, so that needs to turn on sooner. Like as soon as I touch the top of this level, that should be on already. I'm going to add another small streaming volume. Right inside of here that turns on 7 and 4. Other than that, this looks pretty good. Oop. Why did the lights turn off right there? Try that again. Weird, but okay. As soon as I step up here, it's not big enough. Okay, that's good. So, first, let's extend this one. All the way to there. I want this one to load in before I hit this one. This one to load in before I hit that door. This one will stay loaded in. Let me see here. Let's grab this guy, duplicate that. Sing a dirty song. To use any? And a smoke? Table, smoke table, daylight come and me one get stoned. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally me a dime bag. Daylight come and me one get stoned. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally me a dime bag. Daylight come and me one get stoned. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, bong! Daylight come and me one get stoned. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, bong! Daylight come and me one get stoned. Bong! Smoke that bowl, smoke that bowl, smoke that bowl. Daylight come and me one get stoned. Just smoke some shit that tastes like banana. Daylight come and me one get stoned. Roll that shit up in a Havana. Daylight come and me one get stoned. Hell yeah. Alright, now I gotta make this fucker small. Alright guys, let's get small. Probably right about here. Right about there. Smaller. Smaller. Want to overlap. Looks like we go a little bit smaller. Right about there. It's perfect. There we go. Now this one is going to turn on levels 4. And 7. File save all. Move these guys back over here. Place them out here. Already on. Oh. Okay, so I need another one of those. As you can see, as soon as you step over to here, those are gone. It's very jarring. We don't want that to happen. But before that happens, let's go over here and make sure. You know. There's levels 4 and 7, right? Yes. Oh. No. No, it's not. Never mind. Go to 4 here. Clear that. What level is that? Is that 8? That's 7. 3. Okay, so level 3. Streaming volume 4. That explains things. Then I want a duplicate of this. Over here. Wider. Maybe a little wider. Hey, whoa. There we go. Play. Bitch, which one are you? Three. Volume 5. 7. Volume 5. I guess it helps if I fucking add them, huh? Da 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 da. Back out here again. Where's this fucking streaming volume at? That should be turning on my other level. Is it the camera? By George, I think it is the camera. Let's find out. The camera's way back here. Yep. The camera is now outside of the volume. Okay. Well, that answers one mystery question. Is it the character that triggers it, or is it the camera that triggers it? And it's the motherfucking camera, for sure, for sure. Yep. Alright, that's not that big of a deal. That just means I need to make the volumes bigger. So I'll just widen that to there. That should be fine. And then I'll widen this even further than it is right now. Means this can go a little wider. I'm not trying to turn them on all exactly the same time. I'd rather stagger them in a little bit. Boom. Broken knees. Oh God, the huge manatees. Alright, cool. That's already on. Good, that's already on. Stays on until I get to like there. Okay, so like if the camera's right here, that's not going to work out, but it won't matter because we're not really going to be there pretty much ever. And so now, as I go this way, oh, and that's why this turned off, because when I went like that. Okay. Alright, okay, that's fine. I feel you. I feel you. Oh. Cracked out a door. Gus 12FR. Thanks for that follow. Welcome to my side gig, man. go. Save all. That is in persistent. Alright, good. So if I go this way, that shit's already on. All those are on. That's good. Completely dark as fuck in there. Good. Excellent. Those will just remain on right there. Okay. Time is it? 7:55? Fuck. Alright, I guess we're out of time for today. Shit. I was on a roll. I wasn't expecting to get the door printed as fast as I did. That's alright, man. That's okay. Alright. Alright. Unhide these. Save all. And we're gonna give my friend PJ a raid. Mr. PJG Hangouts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I'll be back again, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Father's Day. I'm taking the day off. I'm gonna sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sleep. Maybe I'll chill a little bit. Maybe I'll do a little bit of work, but I doubt it. Yeah. I'm gonna have steaks, that's for goddamn sure. Granted, I'm gonna have to go and get propane. Alright. Alright, meantime, everybody, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I'll be back again Tuesday, I suppose. Yeah, I think Tuesday's the day. Alright, y'all. Happy developing, and have a good time. What fucking level is this? 1. Oh, that's that one. Okay, cool. Raid PJ, raid hard right now. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll talk to you later. Peace.